Hello! Today's video is once again about in-body image stabilization or IBIS. People often ask, should they use IBIS when the camera is mounted on a gimbal or not? As I've used my gimbal quite a lot recently, I also wanted to know the answer to this question. So I did some tests with my Panasonic G9 mounted on the Giant Crane Plus gimbal, and I used the Panasonic 12-35 f2.8 and the Laowa 7.5mm f2 lenses for these tests. Let's take a look at the test footage. First I wanted to look at panning with the gimbal and see if the IBIS interferes with the stabilization of the gimbal. I did the pan without stabilization, with dual image stabilization, both camera and lens, and with IS lock. And I can't really spot a difference between the three versions. The stuttering or blurriness you can see sometimes when panning comes from panning too fast or using low frame rates or slow shutter speed, and it has nothing to do with IBIS. You can test this and do the same panning with 60 fps and the panning will look smooth. I also retested this with the gimbal mounted on a tripod and let the app do the same panning motion 3 times in a row. So I have a consistent panning speed between the three versions, and again I can't tell the difference between the shots. Here is a sample also with the gimbal on a tripod, zoomed into 25mm focal length and doing a very slow pan tilt with the app and dual IS activated. I did also a test with the Laowa 7.5mm, which is not stabilized. And as in the first test with the stabilized 12-35, it doesn't really make a difference if you use in-body image stabilization or not. Now let's take a look at walking with the gimbal. Here you can cause vibrations with every footstep when you don't do a perfect ninja walk, and you can clearly see these vibrations in the unstabilized footage. With dual IS activated, the vibrations are almost gone, and with IS lock activated, the footage looks even more stable. Now the walking test, once again with the Laowa 7.5mm, and as you can see, my ninja walk is far from perfect and there is some shaking without IBIS. With IBIS activated and also with IS lock, the footage gets much smoother, but the IBIS can introduce the dreaded wobble effect with ultra-wide lenses such as the Laowa 7.5mm. You can see this at the edge of the frame. So you better practice your ninja walk when you want to use ultra-wide lenses with stabilization on a gimbal. So my conclusions from these tests are: IBIS has no negative effect on panning with the gimbal, but it can improve your footage when you walk with the gimbal. So I would recommend to leave your IBIS turned on. That's all for today. I hope you found this quick tip useful. If you have any further questions or comments, please leave them down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider to subscribe to the channel. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!